and welcome to another segment of Motivational Mondays with Donna. I pray that everyone is doing well, and if you're encountering any challenges or struggles, going through seasons of silence, just remember that to have a testimony, you have to go through a test, and that God will bring you out to victory. This week, I'd like to speak on the topic of successes are made out of the ingredients of your struggles. If you don't have any struggles, you're not going to have success. And this is something that quite a lot of people in the Bible had to go through, namely Joseph. Joseph was given the dream by God that, he was going to be very powerful. And he said that to his brothers, and his brothers didn't like it, and they hated him for it. And then they tried to find a way to kill him, and eventually they threw him into a pit. And then a caravan of people came and picked him up, and he was sent into a country that he did not speak their language. And it became a very difficult situation for him. However, God was with him and gave him favor. Well, with that favor came a lot of obstacles. He was there in Pharaoh's house and was put in charge, and Pharaoh's wife had an eye for him and wanted to seduce him, and he pulled away from her, and she complained to her husband, made all type of false accusations, and Pharaoh put Joseph in jail. But then he was put in charge of all the people in jail. However, he was there for a while, and one of the people was finally let go. And they promised him that they would let the king know about how well he could interpret dreams. And he totally forgot about Joseph when he got out. And Joseph had to stay there, long and arduous struggles. Eventually, the king had a very troubling dream, the Pharaoh. And that's when the gentleman reminded him of Joseph. And he called for him, and Joseph was able to interpret that dream. And that's when he stepped into the destiny that God had for him. But he went through a 13-year struggle where that was concerned. So all of these ingredients and different things that go on, that's part of your struggles, that's what's going to give you the success. Now, there's also a woman in the Bible by the name of Hannah. Hannah wanted to have children so badly, and God had her womb closed up for a purpose. And Hannah cried out to God so many times, so many years, wanting to have children. And then finally, once she was at the church, she said, and the priest heard her, that you give me a son, and I will give him back to you once he's weaned and old enough. And the priest came to her and said, what you've said is going to happen. You're going to have that son within a year. And God did open up her womb and let her have the prophet Samuel. And she did what she said she was going to do and brought him back to the church. And then God opened up her womb completely, where she was able to have 4 more children. So yes, you do go through trials and struggles and tribulations. But, it's like when you're baking a cake. You have a lot of ingredients that you put in, and ultimately the cake comes out tasting so great, and it was a tremendous success. And that's what your life is going to be, even though you've had to go through these struggles. So don't be faint of heart. Don't give up. You're going to see that victory. Now, we always end our segments on gratitude. And there was an American actress, a singer, and animal rights activist by the name of Doris Day. And Doris had this to say about gratitude. Gratitude is success. Complaint is poverty. Think about that. Every time you open up your mouth, be grateful, because the gratefulness is going to bring you that success. If every single time you open up your mouth, you're just complaining, that's going to keep you in poverty and get you nowhere. So this week, remember that successes are made out of the ingredients of our struggles, and always have gratitude. It'll make your life soar. Have a great week, guys. Talk to you next week.